So the PS5 Pro has just been revealed earlier today, and yes, I did have a full-on reaction video to the little showcase that they had showcasing the features of the PlayStation 5. And in today's video, I'm going to be showcasing what we can now know about the PS5 and what you guys should possibly know as well in case you guys missed it. So let's just get right into it. So starting with the price and the release date. So the PS5 is officially going to be released on November 7th of 2024 with pre-orders going live on September 26th. You can pre-order this console from the PlayStation Direct or any other retailers like Walmart or Best Buy. Me personally, I got my original PS5. I got it from the first wave of pre-orders from Walmart. So I would probably try to stay away from the PlayStation Direct because I know that can be a little bit tricky at times. Worst case scenario, you can just have different tabs or different devices so you can make sure you get yourself a PS5 Pro, and that way you don't have to worry about missing a queue or whatever. Now this console will cost $700 in the US, and it will include a 2TB SSD, which is really cool. Now the PS5 Pro automatically comes digital only, but you can get a disc drive and attach it, but the disc drive costs $80, and this PS5 Pro does not include a vertical stand as well, which is sold separately, and I believe that is about $50 to $60 as well. So think about it like this, guys, all right? Before we break it down in deeper detail when we get into the specs and stuff, the PS5 Pro is $700 off rip if you're in the US. Obviously, it's gonna be different in other countries and stuff, but you got to keep in mind, if you're a physical gamer like myself, it's going to cost more than $700. You know, the disc drive itself is going to cost $80 alongside with the vertical stand if you guys plan on picking that up as well. So in total, after taxes and stuff, you're probably going to be spending a total of $800 just to get set up with the PS5 Pro, especially if you are a physical gamer. Now, if you're an all digital gamer, then you're pretty much good to go, unless you guys want to get the vertical stand as well. Now, for anyone that already has a PS5 Slim and you guys already have the detachable disc drive as well, you can just go ahead and take that detachable disc drive and put it on your PS5 Pro, or you guys can, like I said, go to retailers and pick it up for $80. Now, make sure you guys stay tuned to the end of the video because I will be talking about if you guys should really pick it up or not, depending on the type of gamer you are. You definitely want to hear what I have to say because I do have some really good points about this PS5 Pro. So during the showcase, Mark Cerny talked about the big three, which is what the PS5 Pro is pretty much marketing of why you guys should pick it up and how big of an upgrade it is compared to the base PS5. Now, in the PlayStation blog, I will be reading what the big three is. First off, we have the upgraded GPU, the advanced ray tracing, and the AI-driven upscaling. The upgraded GPU. With PS5 Pro, we are upgrading to a GPU that has 67% more compute units than the current PS5 console and 28% faster memory. Overall, this enables us to 45% faster rendering for gameplay, making the experience much smoother. So this is where we get the higher FPS in games and allowing us to just be able to play games at obviously a higher resolution and maintain a high frame rate, which in my opinion is really cool. And like I said, I will talk more about this at the end because now I just want to go over, you know, the specs of the console and everything it has to offer. But at the end, I really want to talk about why I think it is a pretty cool system and if you guys should make a purchase decision or not on it. Advanced ray tracing. We've added even more powerful ray tracing and reflections of light. This allows the rays to be cast at double and at times triple the speed of the current PS5 console. Ray tracing is very demanding when it comes to games because getting the lighting and all the shadows and stuff like that, it definitely can lower the FPS and also can hurt, especially if you're trying to play at a higher fidelity. But with the PS5 Pro, they're saying we can play games with RTX on and also maintain a high FPS to have all across around good experience with the games. Now I do wonder, hopefully we can play games at a full-on 4K 60 with ray tracing on without having to worry about any frame drops. But I do wonder, on the PS5 Pro, will we be able to turn off ray tracing and just maximize our frames per second? I really wonder, especially since we can play games at 120 FPS on PlayStation. So I definitely want to test that out. And, you know, like I said, I'll talk more about that near the end of the video. And last, we have AI-driven upscaling. We're also introducing PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, an AI-driven upscaling that uses a machine learning-based technology to provide super sharp image clarity by adding an extraordinary amount of detail. Now, they definitely use some powerful words there to showcase, hey, the PS5 Pro is definitely going to have a much sharper and cleaner image. Now, here's the thing. through the live stream showcase that they showed us, it did look better, but it was kind of hard to tell because one, obviously YouTube is processing, makes it harder for you to see a much clearer image. So obviously you gotta keep that in the account, and it's also on a live stream, so you're definitely gonna have much hindered quality on the screen. So you're definitely gonna have to see it in real life to really be able to see a huge difference. But it did look sharper off rip, so that is one thing. And this is actually a really cool feature that is added. So in the showcase, they had a great example where it showcased, you know, a pixelated Ratchet and Clank with what the base PS5 can render. But with the PS5 Pro, it has an AI technology that can allow it to have more pixels on the screen to enhance the fidelity of the game. You know, it's similar to like DLSS for PCs. So I think that that is a really cool feature added for the PS5 Pro. This will definitely allow a much cleaner look to the first party games and also games that support the PS5 Pro. There's also going to be other enhancements that the PS5 Pro has to offer. There's going to be over 8,500 backwards compatible PS4 games that are going to be upgradable for the PS5 Pro, meaning a game that's on the PS4, when you insert that disc or download it on your PS5 Pro, you will automatically get the enhanced visuals, sharpness, and obviously the frame rate on the PS5 Pro version of the PS4 backwards compatible games. So I would assume a PS4 version of God of War from 2018 will look much better on the PS5 Pro than what it would on the PS5, or it's definitely on the PS4. The PS5 Pro will also launch with the latest wireless technology, Wi-Fi 7, in territories supporting this standard. VRR and 8K gaming are also supported. Now here's the thing, 8K gaming, I highly doubt that we will see much of that at all on the PS5 Pro. Maybe certain games that aren't very heavily graphically demanding, but who knows, we might see it on a couple games. I don't really expect to see it on too many games though. So the PS5 Pro will have the exact same height as the base PS5 and width as well. So if you guys were thinking that the console is going to be smaller, it's not. Or if you guys thought it was going to be larger, it's not. So just want to keep that in mind, that it's going to be the exact same height as the base PS5. So if you already have a base PS5 or if you've seen one in person, that's what you guys can expect for the PS5 Pro as well. Here are some of the current PS5 games that are going to be PS5 Pro enhanced once it comes out. Alan Wake 2, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Demon's Souls, Dragon's Dogma 2, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Gran Turismo 7, Hogwarts Legacy, Horizon Forbidden West, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, The Crew Motorfest, The First Descendant, and The Last of Us Part 2, and more. So that's really cool. That's a cool list of games right there, and hopefully with the launch of the PS5 Pro, we can start seeing, hopefully getting a showcase or a state of play. That way we can see brand new games that are also going to be enhanced. Now here's my thing about this whole enhancement thing. I do feel like there are going to be some third-party studios that will take advantage of the PS5 Pro, most definitely. But I think when I think of the PS5 Pro, I pretty much see it as an exclusive machine. We already know that all the IPs under Sony, they're going to make sure that they prioritize and use the PS5 Pro to the max. So that's what I'm looking at it as. And me personally, I'm going to be getting a PC soon with a 4090, all the highest CPU, all that stuff. I actually plan on getting that very, very soon. So expect some really cool stuff on the channel for that. So for me personally, I plan on playing all third-party games on my PC. But when it comes to PlayStation first-party studios, I am definitely going to be playing that on PS5 day one. I mean, I'm a huge PlayStation fan. I have all the PlayStations. I'm a PlayStation fan, but I also love Xbox as well. But PlayStation is my home spot right here. You know what I'm saying? And so I look at it as a exclusive machine. If you guys mainly play, third-party games, yes, you'll probably see a boost for sure. But if you guys want to see a for sure boost, definitely look at the PlayStation exclusives. And if you haven't played some of the PS4 ones or some of the remasters like The Last of Us Part 2 remaster, I highly suggest you guys pick that up for the PS5 Pro, so that way you guys can get the best experience possible with the PS5 Pro. Now let's get into, is it really worth it for you? Now here's my thing. I'm not too sure on if I'm gonna pick it up or not. Right now it's looking 80% yes, I will pick it up, and 20% no. But things can change, but most likely I think I'm gonna go ahead and buy it and showcase it on the channel for you guys. Have a live stream where I showcase all the games that support the PS5 Pro and show it off. I think that'll be really cool. So I probably will pick it up. But here's what I suggest you guys think about on if you guys should make a purchasing decision for yourself. One, do you really plan on using all of the features? Do you have a TV or a monitor that can support the 4K 60 and 4K 120 possibly, or whatever the resolution might be for the 120 mode on the PS5 Pro? Also, do you already have a PS5 already? That's another thing. It's not really a need, it's more of a want, because you want the enhancements and you want the best quality imaginable. Like I said, me personally, I already have a PS5. I had it day one since it released, but I plan on playing third-party games and stuff like that on PC primarily. But when a game like Wolverine comes out, that's not going to be on PC day one, and it's only going to be on PlayStation. So I think I would much rather want to play it on a PS5 Pro. That way I can get the best experience possible out of it, instead of being lingered to the base PS5 and possibly having to play it at 30 FPS, which won't be the best experience. You also got to look at the price. Is the price in your range? The base PS5 was $500 plus tax $550, and it came with a disc drive. But now the PS5 Pro does not come with a disc drive, and you're asking for $700 plus tax, so you're looking at $750. So let me just tell you guys this now, all right? Because a lot of people tend to forget that there's also tax included. So yes, the PS5 in the US is $700. Depending on where you live, there's going to be different tax. So the tax for me is probably going to be about $750. So it says $700, but you're probably going to spend $750 total just to get the console in hand. That's off rip. Then me, I'm a physical gamer, so you got to keep that in mind. Are you a physical gamer? If you are a physical gamer, then yes, you're going to have to buy an $80 disc drive. That way you can go ahead and play all your physical games on the PS5 Pro. That way you can get the enhancements and play it, or else you're going to have to rebuy everything digitally. That's another thing you have to keep in mind. Plus, do you have enough space on your desk or your living room or wherever you plan on playing this PS5 Pro? Do you have enough space? If you want to get that vertical stand, it's sold separately as well, which is another, what, $50 or $60 right there, plus possibly tax or shipping or whatever. So you got to keep that in mind. So if you want the complete package of what the PS5 Pro is asking for, you're gonna have to pay around $800, $820. It's gonna be pretty pricey. So you got to look at it like that. And like I said, I primarily plan on just using the PS5 Pro strictly for PlayStation exclusives, and I think that's how they get you, and I'm kind of glad, because I'm a PlayStation guy at heart, man, and I like how they don't bring their first party games to PC day one, because if they did that, then I would just pick it up on PC and have the best experience possible. But since they don't do that, you're pretty much forced to get a PS5 Pro so you can have the best experience day one. So that's how they get you, man. But I'm totally fine with that. I honestly prefer it like that anyways, just so that way I can have a reason to play my PlayStation. I love PlayStation, so I think that's really cool. But hopefully those factors really made you guys understand what's going on with the PS5 Pro, and hopefully you guys have a better understanding of the specs, and also that helped you guys get a purchasing decision made for you guys as well. Like I said, you guys have about, what, a week or two or a week and a half until the pre-orders go live, which is September 26th. So yeah, I will definitely have some more videos, especially if I do pick it up. I'll probably have a video talking about that as well. And once it officially releases November 7th, I will be doing a full-on unboxing and a live stream showcasing all of the games on the PS5 Pro, and showcasing, all what it has to offer. So I'm very excited for that, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm signing out. Peace.